A longtime employee of the city of Fergus Falls was apparently shot in his sleep by his own son. Good evening, everyone. Mike has the night off. Authorities say 57-year-old Rick DeFeel was killed in his home Wednesday night. 29-year-old Dustin DeFeel is charged with second-degree murder in his father's death. Court documents say he went to his parents' house and asked if he could do laundry. His mother was in the bathroom when she heard a loud pop. She hid and called 911. When authorities arrived, they rescued her from the home. They found her husband, Rick DeFeel, laying in bed with a gunshot wound to his head. Today in court, a judge set $1 million bond and ordered a mental evaluation after a tense court session. DeFeel appeared in court with a blindfold on. The judge said he had a light sensitivity. He would not answer any of the judge's questions either. The judge did not release him, saying he could potentially be highly dangerous to family members and the public.
Bail was set based obviously on the charges of murder in the second degree at this point, and then certainly the behavior at hand and some of the history we talked about, warrant history, criminal history, even juvenile history. So all of that comes into play for setting of bond. And
DeFeel is a veteran. The prosecutor says it's been some time since he was in the service. It's not known if he suffers from PTSD. The judge said DeFeel has no job or permanent address. Minnesota's U.S. attorney is calling it one of the most important trials in state history, and there's a verdict. All three Minnesota men accused of plotting to join the Islamic State in Syria are guilty on the most serious charges. Among them, conspiracy to commit murder overseas. Reporter Bua Zhang has been following the trial since the beginning 3 weeks ago and has more on the verdict and the emotional reaction to it.
For 3 weeks, Guled Omar, Abdi Rahman Daoud, and Mohammed Farah listened to all the evidence the government had against them. The 12-member jury did too and found all of them guilty of trying to commit murder abroad and planning to join ISIL. The young men, all in their 20s, now face life in prison. Their families, who have been in court every single day, left without talking to the media. But a family representative says they will all appeal.
It was very hard for them, and this was very difficult. So on behalf of our community, too, as the Somali American community, it was a tragedy for all of us. And a young man that had been arrested for a crime that we believe was set up. That's the community believes.
U.S. District Attorney Andrew Lugar says this case was not about entrapment. It was about a big problem that continues to plague the state.
The defendants and their friends can either work with the community to expose terror recruiting and help stop it, or they can continue to spread anti-government rhetoric.
It was very intense in the courtroom as the verdict was read. The defendants' families wept in court as guilty was repeated over and over again. But there was very little emotion from the defendants themselves. This case has caused some division within the Somali community. Some feel like they're being profiled, while others feel they should work with the government to prevent cases like this from happening again. It's Friday and time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Christina Walker is wanted for felony possession of controlled substance and failure to complete the 24/7 sobriety program. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on Walker. City of Fargo leaders have decided who they want to be the new assistant city administrator, and he comes from across the river. Following a full day of assessments and interviews, the City of Fargo offered Mike Redlinger the job. Redlinger was previously employed as Moorhead's city manager. Before it becomes official, the Fargo City Commission has to approve the job offer at Monday's meeting, and Redlinger will have to pass the required background screenings. Redlinger was selected from an original pool of 33 applicants and 5 finalists. He has been in the spotlight along with the Moorhead City Council in recent months. He abruptly resigned his position as Moorhead City Manager in March following an unscheduled performance review. If you need help uncovering fraud or corruption in your community, call our whistleblower hotline, and we'll do our best to get to the bottom of it. Call 237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. How much information does the government have collected about you? It's probably more than you think. And according to law, government agencies are supposed to provide you with whatever files they have collected. But now the FBI is seeking to have their newest database exempt from this law. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric breaks down what this means for you.
It's called the NGI, Next Generation Identification. According to the FBI, the database includes fingerprints, palm scans, front-facing interstate photos, iris recognition, voice recognition, information on how you walk, and DNA profiles. And this isn't even the complete list. And it's not just criminals in the system. Some 52 million people could be in the database. If you've ever been fingerprinted or iris scanned for job security clearances, applied for a government job, been a military volunteer, or involved with the naturalization process, you're in the database.
I don't know if a database is really necessary. I mean, anyone could be a terrorist. I mean, whether they're in the database or not, you know, anyone could do it. So
I think that they're going to keep it no matter what we think, but I don't think that they should restrict it from the people that they have that information on.
And the agency wants to exempt this from federal law, requiring agencies to provide whatever files are gathered about you.
And so, you know what the government does, I'm not really too worried about it.
While Taylor might not be worried, others are. Groups like the ACLU and even Uber and Lyft are part of a list of 45 entities publishing a letter opposing this. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
The director of the FBI, James Comey, will be visiting North Dakota on Monday as the agency is opening a new field office in Williston. And we have posted how you can request the files government agencies have collected on you. Just visit valleynewslive.com and click on this story. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. A Hudson, Wisconsin man tees off with the swing of a lifetime at the 8th annual Open Wide Open Golf Scramble. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons explains why he's driving off with a new set of wheels.
Tyler Obermuller is a seasoned golfer. He may not have made this particular shot.
Maybe it wasn't so lucky.
But earlier, his 20 years of experience served him well when he scored a hole-in-one at the 12th hole.
It was our second hole of the day. My back was still pretty stiff as we teed off early in the morning and hit a great shot, and the ball disappeared.
And then all of a sudden, I see the ball get closest to the hole and boop, right into the hole, and I scream.
We were both screaming. You could hear us from every
miles
hole.
away.
Obermuller just won himself a new 2015 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. Word spread fast around the course. Usually just getting a hole-in-one is a big deal, but this was different.
This is definitely the most memorable for sure, winning a car, so you can't beat that.
He's texting his wife. She's not believing him. He's texting his buddies. They're not believing him. Oh, really? I won a Mercedes. I won a Mercedes. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. So it was just fun.
The dental community has been coming out to this benefit golf tournament for 8 years now. And this is the second year a car has been a prize.
This is the first year that we've actually had a big winner.
In college, Obermuller missed the national title by a shot. But now, years later, he has a new success to celebrate.
I'm going to make sure that everybody that came out and enjoyed this experience is going to be taken care of.
In Fargo, Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
The Golf Scramble raises money for the Red River Valley Dental Access Project, serving underprivileged communities. And this year, they raised almost $15,000.